Nick believed education was the key. He studied hard when others relaxed. He stayed disciplined when distractions were everywhere. At university, his effort paid off. Nick graduated top of his class. Everyone expected his life to take off immediately. But after graduation, reality hit hard. There were no calls, no interviews, no white-collar job where his education was needed. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into silence. Nick did what he had to do. He took menial jobs, work that barely paid and never matched his qualifications. In his mind, the voices of former classmates echoed. He searched for something he loved, a passion, a talent, but nothing lasted. Every attempt drained him mentally, until eventually he stopped trying. Nick's parents saw his struggle. They didn't have much, but they had belief. With their help, Nick set up a small roadside place, selling fruits and blending fresh juice for people. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't what he imagined his degree would lead to. But it was a beginning. Whenever a blending machine broke down, Nick fixed it himself. At least this made sense. What he learned at university, problem solving, mechanics, systems, finally had a place to live. Slowly, people noticed. Other vendors came quietly and asked Nick help them, for a small fee. What started as fixing machines became solving problems. Nick realized something important. People didn't just need juice. They needed machines that worked. He began buying broken blending machines and parts others had given up on. He repaired them, improved them, sold them. As demand grew, so did his confidence. Eventually, Nick stopped repairing alone and began building machines from scratch. He bought raw materials, designed locally, built solutions. Older businessmen noticed him and offered advice. They told him to shut down the juice and fruit business and focus fully on making machines. It wasn't easy, but Nick listened. He closed the roadside stall and opened a workshop. From blending machines, he diversified into industrial kitchen equipment. Businesses no longer needed to import. What they needed was now available locally. Nick employed hundreds. He trained others. He bridged a crucial market gap. Before the age of 30, Nick was awarded Best Business Under 30. Looking back, Nick smiled. What once felt like rejection had been redirection all along. Nick's story became an inspiration. Proof that purpose can rise from the most unexpected places. The reflection. Nick's journey reminds us that life does not always unfold according to our plans. Sometimes doors remain closed not because we are unworthy, but because we are being prepared for something different. What felt like delay was shaping discipline. What felt like rejection was guiding direction. Nick's season of small work was not wasted. Every problem he solved strengthened his understanding. Every broken machine sharpened his skill. Purpose often reveals itself when we stop chasing recognition and start solving real problems. The job Nick wanted never came, but the work the world needed did. The moral lesson: delay is not denial. Obscurity is not failure. And small beginnings are not insignificant. If you remain faithful in what is in front of you, clarity will eventually follow. Nick's life teaches us this. Purpose is not always found in offices. Sometimes it is built quietly in workshops.